Look how fat this dog is. This dog's $9,000. Quickly before we start the video, look at this. This is you know, who says it costs a lot of money to eat healthy? Boom, bread gang. So yeah, easy stuff. I live in Adelaide, Australia. You can do a scan of this park, fantastic. So this is a very affluent area. Most of these people were on antidepressants. This is Kensington Park, Adelaide, South Australia. So Adelaide is one of the most expensive real estate places in the world, Australia in general. Any city in Australia, very expensive real estate, and this is one of the most expensive areas in Adelaide, thus making it one of the most expensive real estate places in the world. And I live here. I live next door to people with money, and I hear what goes on with their teenage kids, the daughter, and the alcoholism and the cigarettes and the drugs and the parties and the police coming over and the mum punching the kid in the face. Allegedly, that's what the cop said. So like, but if you looked at their house versus my house, I live in the most crack den house in the most expensive suburbs in Australia, in the world. And next door, the house is like just boom, like magazine quality. But it's sad because it's like these people out there, like all the girls I know with eating disorders, even the guys with eating disorders, don't you know that? They all come from rich families, like financially rich families. Not emotionally rich or life quality rich, like financially rich families. Natasha, you went to private school, you saw that, the rich girls had the worst EDs.
Oh yeah, exact same experience.
Why is that? Because the parents are chasing the money, because they press their parents and their friends, because they don't really have much life purpose. And when you don't have much purpose in life, you want to have material shit, and you get a dopamine hit, and it feels good, and you're like, yeah, fuck you, I got a new Audi, fuck you, I got a new Merc. But then eventually the new Merc comes out, and now you're driving last year's model. Same in cycling, got the S-Works SL7, fuck you, I got SL7, SL8 comes out, oh shit, you got to get that. So it's this constant chase.
It's always one up.
Always trying to one up each other, and they're lawyers, they're barristers, they're YouTubers now, they're TikTokers, they're social media crew. You got the fake netty guys on there, jabbing their ass full of steroids, do it if you want, but then they're lying to the audience saying, look, you can look like me, just buy my program, buy my little vegan shake or my little bone broth shake or my keto thing or my high carb, blah, 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 blah. There's just sociopaths who hate people, and they're going to lie to your face to sell you a false dream just so they can have more material shit because they're so depressed inside. Most YouTubers with 100, 200k subs or more, mad depressed. And you can see in their face, they're just out of it, like Xanax, Valium. The addictions are rife on social media. It's sad. It makes me feel sad. I took half a Valium once. Was it this year, last year?
Last
year. And half. And I took it because I wanted to know why people take this stuff. And I feel shit, man. I remember riding my bike into the city, and just like, I feel like, I feel nothing. I feel like, I don't feel like me. Here's a little mutt. Look at the dogs here. That dog's probably $5,000. So it's, I felt that.
That afternoon you came home and you laid in bed for hours.
Yeah. I was just like, what is this, man? I thought this is the reality people have. Hey, smell the bread gang. And, it'll, better not feed the dog any bread, might get sued. It's a barrister, fat barrister. But, well, barrister's fat, all on coke. But it's like, so I had this Valium, I guess Xanax probably the same. You couldn't feel shit, man. And this is what people take this morning, breakfast and evening. And that made me feel really sad. And in my area, man, you see the women got the Valium eyes, the Xanax eyes, and the guys as well, but mostly the women. Alcoholism, like, remember I was doing those videos where I go for people's bins and collect cans and bottles to buy steroids and stuff. And just the amount of alcohol consumed in my area, it's like, you wouldn't, I didn't pick it. I was like, wow, this is a lot. So,
and it's mostly wine.
Wine. And they're all like, carbs are bad, sugar's bad, go. It's always funny. You see the people who, I don't need sugar, but hey, give me a bottle of red.
Every time.
Look at dog this. That's $8,000. You see it. I mean, everyone here either has an eating disorder or they've got a fat gut because they're doing some keto thing. Without question.
Absolutely.
Like, even we were in the supermarket before, like upmarket supermarket, and there's a chick who looked like a model a bit from behind. She very slim, but you said her face was stimmed out.
Very stimmed out, worn out, stressed.
Hair was like dried out.
Fried and bleached.
Like she stole her hair from a scarecrow or something. which is fine if you do that, but scarecrows need their hair. But yeah, it's sad. It's sad. Like, we might make fun and banter, but it is sad. Like, people who think money is going to solve their problems. And I'll tell you what, like, as someone who's made good money, like, money creates problems. Not more money, more problems. And I've got people who I know who are like, cranking their cash, and they got so many problems now because of that. And fame becomes a problem. So a lot of people want the money and the fame to feel loved and significant, just because they want to feel that, because it feels good at the start, and then the fake people come into your life, the clout chasers, the social climbers, and you think, fucking hell, and you start to almost resent people, But you got to understand what people are, they're just chasing that as well, because they're unhappy. So, don't let damaged people damage you. Stay true to who you are, what you believe in. But yeah, I just wanted to do a little random video. But yeah, money won't make you happy, man. Like, I never have to worry about money ever in my life, ever again. But if you got low serotonin or low dopamine,
it doesn't matter how much money you have.
You feel shit. It doesn't matter how hot your girlfriend is or what bike you ride. It doesn't matter. If your serotonin's low and your dopamine's low, that's your life right there. You just feel shit. So if you're going to cut your sugar out because you listen to Huberman or fucking Joe Rogan or these clowns out there, even Andrew Tate,
Sean Baker.
Andrew Tate's like, don't eat sugar. It's like, he's got this thing called the
He said that?
He says don't eat sugar, and he's eating a freaking Twix bar or something. It's like he's trying to create this army of guys, which is cool, but then they're all fucking sugar-phobic eating disorder dudes. It's like, how are you gonna how are you gonna like be a man if you're scared of sugar? Well, the most important nutrient for humans. Oh, sugar. People are scared of it. It's just like, damn. So all the people who fear sugar have the most depression, they have the most alcohol dependence, they have the most Xanax dependence, Valium, and you feel shit.
And the most drama in their lives.
Most drama. I like feeling good. I like feeling good. I like having fitness. I like having control of my reality. I like having good serotonin. I like going to bed and just sleeping well. I like going to the gym and feeling strong versus picking up a weight and go, man, this feels so hard because I'm in ketosis or whatever. That feel crap. When I go to the gym and see people on the treadmill, just like, it's almost like everyone in the gym says hating it. They're just hating it. Even if they might be slim, not many of them as ripped as me because they're doing calories in, calories out. They're just living a miserable fucking existence. And that makes me feel like, damn, like, man, if only people could get a glimpse of that. But sometimes you give people a glimpse of it, they'll increase their sugar intake, they feel better, but then for some reason they're like, no, I've got to go back to calories in, calories out and feeling like shit and being beta and suppressing hormones.
Suppressing hormone production.
That's crazy, man. But anyway, like, lastly, I'll wrap it up. There's a situation where I let some monkeys out of a cage in Penang, Malaysia a few years ago, and pulled the door open at night time. The monkeys ran out on top of the cage and then up into the trees. I'm like, yeah, monkeys free, because it's a forest, they can live there, no worries. And then they come back next day, the monkey's in the cage, and I'm like, damn, they caught him, they trapped him. And so I went back out next night, opened the cage again, busted the lock, it was a stronger lock, just busted it off. And then I watched the monkeys. They go out, and then they came back down and sat on top of the cage. And after a while, they went back in the cage, And then next day, boom, they're in the cage, it's really welded shut now. And so I realised you can give people freedom, but people don't know what to do with that freedom, Like, me and Natasha, we talk to people all the time in our area, and yeah, you give them some tips and hints, and they just think you're a fucking weirdo. Eating sugar, no vaccination, what? But Channel 7 didn't say that. Oh, you anti? No, man, we're not anti-vax, we're just pro-logic.
It's hilarious, their body language. They go from all open and chummy, and then they literally close up to that.
Yeah.
Like, they close up, they literally take steps back away from us. Like that.
Sugar's good.
It's hilarious. Yeah. Like, it's just this sudden switch, and then you're just cancelled. Cancelled
in their reality.
You're cancelled in their reality.
2013, where I put remember that video where I poured sugar on my cereal? I don't know if you remember that one.
Oh, with the Sustain?
Yeah, the Sustain.
And you're there wearing the green organic athlete top, and you're there looking so rail thin, like you have AIDS.
And people freaked out. The whole Woodstock Fruit Festival drama come after that, and it's just
cancelled. You're not coming to Woodstock.
Yeah, it was just hilarious. But putting that on there and being transparent about my sugar intake and how much sugar you need, people, as much as you care for, that kind of like a filter in my life of like, of so many things. So it was a whole cascade of things. So I tell people, just be your authentic self, and it's okay if people don't love you. It's okay if people don't like you, because reality is 99%. I don't know, just 90+% of people out there don't even like themselves. They don't even love themselves, and primarily because their serotonin and dopamine is so low from fear of sugar or fear of carbohydrate. Or said, well, if you want to be skinny like Natasha and Harley, you got to starve yourself. You know, there's people. I see people obese walking around injured all the time, waddling on these meds,
and training with their mouth shut.
And just, oh man, it's hey, it makes money for people. It makes money, and you try and tell people the solution, they just think, my doctor didn't say that. Yeah, case in point, have a look at that, can you? You know? Like, imagine that, man. You know?
Rice is bad, dal is bad.
I've got to have the ghee, more ghee.
I need more ghee, I need more lamb Rogan Josh, I need more butter chicken.
The hardest part about being healthy, fit and lean is watching friends and family and members of the public. I bet she's a freaking top lady. And I bet her arthritis in her hip absolutely cranks, you know? And she'd be blaming it on sugar and fruit and rice. Because in India,
she blame on the
they're
basmati
peasant foods. And you got to have the chicken, you got to have the oil, the extra organic olive oil and fats, and extra pure ghee, and extra fatty ghee.
Extra organic.
And that's going to make you slim. Extra fat is going to make you lose fat. Yeah. It's like when you clean your mud from your clothes, use mud. Don't use water, use mud. But yeah, you know, you try to help people and they just, you know, well, yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, just keep helping. Keep speaking the truth.